Okay, so enrich.
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 Okay, guys, everyone knows rich and poor and all that, but to enrich, as verb, art enriches our life. Yes, art enriches our life or lives. Depends on how you look at it. So art, let me write it like that. Is that correct? Art enriches our lives.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean it makes you rich, you'll have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Gives you a great experience. Now we have, of course, we have rich, which could be he's rich, has lots of money, and also we have a rich culture, right? Rich culture. The Japanese people are proud of their rich culture. The Vietnamese people are proud of their ancient rich culture, right? So this rich culture doesn't mean a lot of money.
Yes.
It means a deep,
Deep.
ancient,
Deep.
historic culture
Mm-hmm.
with lots of traditions and lots of values and lots of principles. So that's rich. When something enriches you, your experience in Canada could enrich your knowledge of the world. And it enriches your knowledge. It enriches your understanding. So the discovery of oil was an enrichment for the country. Also enrichment. This enrichment. Let me give you some better examples for enrich. So enrich. Add fertilizer to enrich the soil. Education can greatly enrich your life. Yeah. Curriculum enrichment. Enrich uranium. So education, also instead of art I can say education. Education enriches our life. Yes? We also have enriched uranium. Have you heard enriched uranium? Enriched uranium, which is used for bombs. When you enrich uranium, or for making electricity, you need to enrich uranium. For nuclear power plants, right? Nuclear power plants. What do? They enrich uranium to a certain level. For example, bomb-grade uranium, you should enrich it up to 95, more than 95% plus, so enrichment. For basically for electricity, you need around 5% enrichment of uranium. For other purposes, for medical purposes, you need around 20%. Now, all the problems with the Iranian nuclear program, for example, is that the West is saying you don't have the right to enrich uranium because if you enrich uranium up to a certain point, you can build a nuclear bomb. They say, look, no, we need it for our electricity. So they say, okay, you need 5%. They say 5%. Then for medical reasons, they need to enrich uranium up to 20%. Not very important. So that was a very enriching experience. Something. Can you think of an enriching experience? Was your trip to Michigan, for example, an enriching experience for you?
Seeing people in Michigan enriched my eyes.
It enriched your
My view
of the world.
of the world.
So fertilizers enrich soil. Enrich the soil. You would say this food, we talked about it in food, is rich in vitamin. For example, we say this vegetable, this fruit, is rich in vitamin, for example, C, like orange, or in protein. Food is rich in protein, rich in. So if something is rich in, this fruit is rich in vitamin C. Intensify. Intense, intensify. Intense is a very good word. An intense feeling. An intense feeling. Yes, adjective. Sometimes you like somebody, right? Sometimes this liking is so intense that it's doing something to you inside you. We call that passion love, maybe?
Passion, blood.
Love, maybe we call that passion love. So if love itself is a very intense feeling, right? Inside. Is that correct? Is it true?
Mm-hmm.
Saki, have you experienced? Something inside you happens like, yeah? Your heart is throbbing and you're just passing by and you're like, no? Come on. That feeling is very intense. We have intense heat. Yes? To be exposed to intense heat. So intense heat means lots of something so hot. Like, so intense heat. So intense. Intense could be love, or your feeling could be hatred. Your intense hatred. It could be hatred or love. Sometimes you have intense feelings for someone or something, you cannot concentrate. So intense. So we have tense, tension, intense, intensive. What's the verb? Intensify, intensification. In grammar we have intensifier. If something is tense, now in grammar, verb tense, we know verb tenses, 12 verb tenses. Simple present, present simple, simple past, past continuous, right? But if you feel tense, it's the opposite of lax or relax, right? So, tense is the opposite of lax. If something, it feels tense, the situation is very tense, right? There's a lot of tension. Tension. Tension between two people, two countries. So if you say there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of tension between you know what that tension is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tense, as adjective, a tense situation is one which you feel anxious and stuff. Tense situation, a tense situation. Marion spoke, eager to break the tense silence. Is anything wrong? You look a little tense. So a tense situation, for example. A tense situation. So the situation was very tense. So when it's tense, is everything relaxed and nice and okay? No, it's very heavy and people are not very happy, or so the situation is very tense, very serious. And so is there any tension between the two governments? Is there any tension between the governments of United States and Vietnam at this point? No tension between quite friendly relations, right? There's a lot of tension between Iran and the US. There's a lot of tension between Iran and Canada. Yeah? So, if something is tense, like and there's a lot of tension. Let me tension. So tension, the tension was becoming unbearable and I wanted to scream. It's the pressure, huh? It is impossible to relax. Exercise is the ideal way to relieve tension and stress. Political tension, social tension, racial tension. Tension between Warren and Anne made everyone else uncomfortable. Tension between two people. Yes, that's tension. Intense, an intense feeling. Intensify. This will, his remarks intensified or you say if you do this, this will only intensify the situation. Intensify the situation. Sometimes you want to calm things down. To calm things down. You know, have you heard it? I say calm down. Calm down. Means like chill out. Take it easy, huh? Take it easy. But sometimes you say something that would only intensify the situation. To make things more intense. Sometimes you want to help, but you just intensify things, make things more intense and make things worse. She was already feeling depressed, but the death of her mother intensified the situation. I thought if I give her some space, that would be the cure. That would help. But it just intensified her situation, the situation. I tried to give her space. Have you heard this? Give me space?
Mm.
If somebody tells you give me space, what does that mean?
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone for a while. Give me some space. Give me space, give me some space. So I thought if I give her some space, that would make things better. But it intensified the situation, right? When something intensifies the situation, makes the situation more intense. And the intensification. Intensifier in grammar is very sad. Very is an intensifier, right? Intensifier. So intensifier in grammar, something that makes things stronger, right? Like he's very sad. Very is an intensifier. He's extremely angry. Extremely here is an intensifier. It is very interesting. Everyone was very excited. It's a really interesting story. So it's really interesting. Really is intensifier. He's very sad. So very is an intensifier. I wanted to calm things down instead. Guys, the word instead is good, huh? Instead, I wanted to calm things down. Instead, I made her angrier. Screwed up big time. So I intensified her feelings, the situation. Yeah. So I think we're good with intensify, right? If you ever have a problem with these words, ask me because I really want you to use them. Are you sure you can use it? Cool. After intensify, we have intolerable. We had the word tolerable. What is intolerable? Can you give me a synonym for intolerable? Intolerable.
Unbearable.
Thank you very much. Say it again.
Unbearable.
You say it louder?
Unbearable.
Louder.
Unbearable.
Unbearable, huh? So intolerable is unbearable. I can't tolerate, take, stand, bear. I can't tolerate this situation anymore. I can't tolerate him anymore. It means I can't stand him anymore. I can't take it anymore, but I can't take him anymore, no. I can't take this situation, fine. I can't stand this situation, I can't bear this situation. But not that I can't bear him. I can't tolerate him, fine. I can't stand him. Can't bear him, fine. I can't bear this pain anymore. I can't tolerate this pain anymore. It's intolerable for me. An intolerable situation. An intolerable situation. The situation is intolerable. It's intolerable. And remember, the word situation is different from position, from condition. Situation, position, condition. So to tolerate, to take, to stand. I can't bear this anymore. I can't stand him. I can't stand his sight. I can't stand his sight. When you can't stand someone's sight, sick of him, or sick and tired of him. I've had enough. I've had enough. Or enough of him. I'm up to here. I'm up to here. I'm up to here. Do you have that in Japanese? I'm up to here. Same? I'm up to here. So I'm up to here. I can't take it anymore. Do you have that in Vietnamese? I'm up to here. I'm at the end of my tether.
I know, we don't know.
I'm at the end of my rope. I'm at the end of my rope. No more patience. I'm running out of patience. I'm running out of patience. He's trying my patience. He is really trying my patience. He's really trying my patience. You're really trying my patience. You are really trying my patience. You understand, young man? Yeah. I can't stand this heat anymore. I can't stand this pressure anymore. I can't stand him anymore. I can't stand his sight. I'm sick and tired of him. I'm tired of this. I'm sick of you. tired of you, sick and tired of you. I can't tolerate you anymore. I can't bear this situation anymore. I can't take it any longer. I can't take it anymore. Have you heard this? I can't take it anymore?
Yes.
I can't take it anymore. Enough is enough, right? Enough is enough.
Knock it off.
Enough is enough. I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you and your nonsense. That's it. It's over. I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you and your nonsense. Yeah? Give me a break. I've had enough of you and your nonsense. I can't stand your sight anymore. I'm sick of you. I'm sick and tired of you. I've had enough of you. So you can't tolerate a situation. You can't take a situation. You can't stand it. You can't bear it anymore. You can't put up with it. I can't put up with this situation anymore. I can't put up with. I can't put up with this situation anymore. When you can't put up with something, you can't tolerate it. It's unbearable. Do you remember bear with me was different? Bear with me for a moment. So it was, hey, can I bear with me? Somebody calls you and you're busy for like a minute. Bear with me for a moment, please. It means give me a moment. Bear with me for a moment. Bear with me for a moment. It means give me a minute. Please bear with me for a moment, or bear with me for a moment. It means give me a moment. Be patient. So I can say intolerable.
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 Is anything intolerable right now? Ray. Oh, intolerable.
Weather.
Hmm?
Weather.
The weather is intolerable in the winter. The weather. Say weather.
Weather.
Zerno.
Weather.
Yes.
Weather.
Yes. The weather is in.
Weather.
Yeah. Canadian like Toronto. Canadian winters are almost intolerable, unbearable.
Unbearable. Unbearable.
Unbearable.
Yeah, unbearable. So we have unbearable heat, but unbearable cold here. Intolerable. I can't take it anymore. Yes? Now, I put 3 words here after this and we're done for now. So, see, I don't like this situation. But position is physical. Either position is a title. What is your position in that company? Is the manager. Or, I don't like the position of this pen. I don't like the position of my body. You change your position. Or the position of the troops in an army. So, the position of this chair. I don't say I don't like the situation of this chair. I don't like its position. We have to change its position. I want to change my position from this to that. But situation is very general, right? And condition is different. People are living under terrible conditions in that area. I don't like the conditions in terrible conditions. So the conditions are really terrible and very bad. And of course, the word plight would mean bad condition, plight. If you see the plight of people living in poverty, it means a terrible condition, plight of people living in poverty. So that's a word we'll look at in the future as well, but plight of people, it means very bad condition and situation. So situation, position, condition, they're different. Situation is very general. And we'll look at that, these words later. Situation, position, condition, location. Hopefully, right after this. Remind me, please, Joey, okay? And Saki, please remind me. Next, when we want to start, I will first want to start with situation, position, condition, and all that. That'll be tomorrow. Okay? Like I promised.